Good afternoon, all. Welcome to BWTV. Today, for this episode, we are going to discuss how technology are making big inroads in education system altogether, how our curriculum changing, and also how is industry reacting in terms of employment and careers revamping. Today, we have with us Dr. Suresh and Prashasti from Coursera. Thank you so much for joining in. Uh, for this particular discussion, I am keen to gather your perspective on how education is changing altogether, and more specifically, what challenges are you seeing? Now, Dr. Suresh, I'm coming to you specifically. Today, many universities are incorporating global online content into their curriculum for credit to bridge gaps and enhance industry-aligned learning for students. I want to know, how are you building a curriculum that is agile and prepares student for the real job?
See, today the education is undergoing a transformative change. The reason I am calling transformative change, from the regular structured model of education, today we are moving to a very agile and flexible type of education that is there. And definitely universities have to respond suitably to that. Otherwise, they'll be left behind. This may be involving technological incorporations into the education, how technology can assist and realize these things, partnering with different educators and education services organizations, universities, and trying to see how wide and diverse based curriculum is available to the student at one place so that he can learn. Then lastly is also trying to work with the industry closely and understand what the industries provide. I believe that what the educational institutions provide is a professional degree. We create a professional, be it engineering or science or law, we create a person there. But these different type of additional skills which they acquire, either by certifications and other things, it makes them skilled and advanced to the meet the needs of the industry. So the university and the colleges should come out of that mindset that we have a curriculum and we have to teach that curriculum, conduct an examination, and give a degree based on the examination that they have conducted. I think this mindset has to go away and we have to do it. And our university has taken several what you call as aggressive steps in this direction. We closely collaborate with global universities and local universities also. Try to see how we can enrich each other and move forward. I think this is what I would like to say at this moment.
Thank you, Dr. Suresh. In one of my earlier panels, I was moderating with the vice chancellors, with professors. I got a very bold statement from one of the speakers saying industry has very high demands. Now, I am really unsure how is industry reacting. I'm coming to you, Prashasti, to understand how industry is reacting. Employers are emphasizing on the importance of industry-aligned skills. How do you think universities should integrate industry certificates such as those from Google, Meta, IBM into their curricula to kind of better prepare their students for high-demand jobs, if I can say?
Sure. Thanks, Resham, for the question. And Dr. Suresh, it's a privilege to be on the same panel as you and hear your insights. Resham, I'll step back a bit and in the context of why these industry macro credentials are required, right? There are 17 sustainable development goals for global development, right? And education is number 4 in the top 5 category because quality education impacts the entire macroeconomic environment that we operate in. And most of the industry or economic indicators today are dependent on technology being enabled at a very fast pace to make sure that the efficiencies go up and the cost goes down. When so much is changing in the world, education needs to match up the pace of how the world is being driven. One of the significant technological changes that have happened in the past few years is the emergence of generative AI. What has it led to? It has led to about 14% of jobs being disrupted globally and 32% of jobs being redesigned from the perspective of AI. Employers are saying that, and I would like to quote a statistic that Microsoft had put together in the annual index report. 71% of industry leaders say that they will prefer a candidate who comes with AI skills than a candidate without. All this paradigm reflects back into how our curriculums in our universities need to shape up to ensure that the employers are getting the right candidate. How to do it in a scalable fashion? Partner with industry. And that's where platforms such as ours have taken a step. We partnered with about 125 companies around the world: Google, Meta, some of them you named, SAP, Microsoft, Amazon. And we built industry micro credentials that are job based learning for students who are preparing for the industry skills. A certification that allows students not only to earn a certificate from the prospective employer, but also prepare for defined job roles. And in India, the students have the benefit of learning these for credit. We have actually taken approvals from NCVET to get them all aligned to National Skill Qualification Framework. So it has a dual benefit. Universities are able to make their students employment ready by making sure that they're preparing for the jobs of tomorrow. Students are earning certificates from the top companies in the world and preparing exactly in the nature that the job requires them to be prepared, but they also earn credits because they are NSQ approved. This, I think, will fuel the system of making students presentable to the employers, and employers will find the right talent in the universities.
I kind of agree, and I am a little happy that you both, you and Dr. Suresh, are kind of on the same page that the requirement is to relook, revamp the curricula, given the pace of this change happening all across, not only in India but worldwide. Now I'm coming to you, back to you, Dr. Suresh. If I kind of ask you specifically in terms of your university and curriculum, what measures are you taking to equip faculty with emerging technologies, AI, she mentioned ML, given the shifting employability skills and also NEP's focus on faculty. We're not only heavy on how students are reacting, but we also are required to focus on how faculties can be equipped.
Yeah, I think that's the right question you have put to me after the first two conversations we had. Now, in any education system, faculty play a very important role. And if the faculty are not equipped with the changing technologies that are happening around them, they will not be able to teach them, and they'll be the first to resist bringing any change in the curriculum or try to provide that education to the students. So, what we are taking at our university is to identify those areas which faculty have to learn more, and we are creating twofold efforts for that. One is we conduct focused faculty development programs. And second one is bring in industry immersions for the faculty also in whatever technology we are looking at it. So we are bringing an industrial immersion. For example, at our Bangalore campus, we have EV Mobility Center of Excellence we have established. So where all the required software for product design and learning every aspect of electric vehicle mobility, or even just putting mobility itself as alone, not necessarily only electric vehicle. All the software skills, AR, VR facilities are available there at the campus. Now we have trained our faculty, and every student we are orienting to the learning of the skills that are associated with that. This has been done with the cooperation and partnership with Dassault Systems, who are one of the major players in product design and what you call as the electric vehicle mobility support system that they provide. This is just one example, I said. So we have created an ecosystem. Student, teachers, everyone learns with the next level of progress that is taking place. Similarly, what we have done at our other places is to bring in faculty development programs in a very focused way. Like it is not just trying to talk about AI as is revolutionizing and call a few speakers and speak and then have a conference or a meeting, eat, greet, and go back. And then again, you come back and say, no, AI is not going to work and it's not come in the curriculum, it's not going to replace jobs. We satisfy ourselves. No, we want them at the end of this faculty development program that what they have understood and what change they are going to bring in, and they will be evaluated. That also becomes a part of our faculty developments. Once they have the satisfaction that they themselves have notched up by one level in their measure of understanding and using AI, I think they'll be very eager to implement it across the system. So this is a very important factor in the thing. The last point on the faculty development or the faculty related matters is required is that unless they are not going to be involved as a partner at every stage of implementation, any program will not be a successful one. If it comes top down, okay, the university wants to implement AI based courses and you design, you partner with somebody and then leave it, then it doesn't work out so easily. So we have to take all the faculty in the beginning stage itself as a partner in bringing about the change, find out the gaps which they are feeling, and give them an opportunity to maybe understand and skill themselves, come back and bring that skills to the students. I think these are the basic things one can bring in. And of course, there are other several methodologies by which faculty can continue to have what we call as an integrated lifelong learning for them and continue to move on in their skills and upgradations.
Very practical, Dr. Suresh. Not only not only the program for the sake of program, but you are going to evaluate what has enhanced from your prior performance. Just the last bit of this conversation with you, Prashasti. How do you envision AI's role in education, particularly in terms of its potential to personalize and customize learning scale? I will also come to you, Dr. Suresh, after Prashasti for this.
Yeah, great question actually. So Resham, AI is a huge enabler in education. I know there are concerns around plagiarism, cheating, risk of superficial learning, but at Coursera we see it as a huge enabler. In fact, there is a study that came out with the result that about 54% of productivity gains can happen in education if AI were embedded into the life cycle of learning, right? 3x the tasks that the faculty does can be automated using AI. There are several examples already how AI is completely changing the paradigm of how we assess students from rote learning to appreciative inquiry. It has also got to do with learning efficiency by supporting students with custom curriculums. At Coursera, we set out to solve 3 problem statements because we felt generative AI can actually help speeden up learning in many ways. So first problem statement was to ensure that there's language inclusivity in learning. And machine translations came to rescue. Coursera launched about 4,000 plus courses in Hindi earlier this year, and many more Indian languages and languages in Asia are coming to Coursera by using generative AI technology. Second thing that we wanted to solve for is how to ensure that the faculty has the power to tailor customized learning and make it more adaptive for the students and the classrooms they teach. We built a tool called Course Builder. Course Builder enables faculty to mix and match learning modules from Coursera with their own topics, with their own syllabus and the content that they are teaching, and design a custom curated course bearing their university certification and their own certification. This completely contextualizes learning of a student from the international best top-notch companies and universities matched with their own regional context and puts the power back in the hand of the faculty to run tailored classrooms, right? So first one is inclusive languages, second is tailored learning, and the third piece is there's a need for assessments. And the assessments, Dr. Suresh made a very good point, right? The assessments have to be done in a different way. They have to be continuous and they have to be more adaptive. Using the same generative AI technology, teachers can now create assessments on Coursera platform for the courses they are teaching. These can be custom courses, they can be Coursera courses, and conduct those courses also on the Coursera platform. This is a very scalable way of assessing students. They can be shipped anytime, anywhere, and there is analytics into the system which can enable faculty to grade those assessments very quickly as well. So not only are we trying to solve the problem of learning in a very, very customized and unique fashion, we're also solving the problem of making the faculty more digitally adept and saving time for them to do more research and more industry engagements to bring enriched content to their classrooms. So this is all possible because generative AI is at our rescue.
Thanks, Prashasti. Very structured way to explain how you can enable the collaboration and then take it forward. Dr. Suresh, how do you envision the change in the education industry, especially with AI?
See, AI may be new to the education because we just now spoke about personalized education and all that. But in our pharmaceutical sector and particularly the medical sector, we already had what we call as personalized medicine and personalized precision medicine. So the idea of personalized medicine is the same medicine will not work for everyone. It may be the same disease and the same medicine is required for the particular disease or a disorder, but it will not work because of the individual structure of the patient or the person who is taking medicine. It will respond differently. And once you know how or what medicine works, then it becomes precision medicine, and you give only that medicine to the patient to respond properly. This was existing. Now, there are two challenges in education. Like, the student who wants to learn skills, okay, he wants to learn skills in a particular field. Now, who is going to guide and mentor him? Say, I want to become an engineer in, let us say, in autonomous vehicles. I want to be a specialist there. Or I want to be a space expert, space engineer. So now who will guide him? What are the courses and foundations that are required? He has to go at different levels to reach that stage where he wants to become skilled. Somebody has to put it through that. And second is that how does he feel that he is progressing from one level to the second level to achieve these skills which he is expecting and evaluate himself? Yes, I am confident to move forward. I think if we have to address these two factors, then I think we have to create a new generation of faculty. I come back to that. That faculty would try to guide the students how to use these AI tools to achieve the goals which I just mentioned. So the faculty have to understand if Coursera has built a platform on which students can develop their course which they would like to do and skill themselves. Now I think then somebody should be trained to tell them how to go about keeping in view such large number of learners in our country here in India. Everyone would not have the right mentor. There are very few who are fortunate to have a mentor who can guide them and do it. Rest all, I think I can put it very grossly that at least 80% of students try to find out what they want and learn on their own rather than structured mentoring happening to them. If you look across the state, I think this is where the some sort of level playing field has to be brought in if you want to bring in. I think even the AI has to go one step further and try to guide the student in trying to pick the courses which he would like to take it further. I think this is going to be a continuous evolving that is going to happen even in the AI field. Then second is I feel that AI is also going to change the way the teaching will take place in the classrooms. Because if the student is able to generate what he wants through AI, and if he has got the resources for that, So that frees up the teacher's time in the classroom rather than teaching him or showing him PowerPoint presentation and trying to go through him. This is how he has studied. The teacher now really becomes a mentor there in the classroom rather than a teacher. So these are entirely different type of skill sets which teachers will have to develop themselves. Besides lecturing, guiding, and researching for them, they have to become a mentor level to it. As you know, some of the, particularly you are from the business world, you know, industry engages separate mentors and coaches for their top CEOs to get them to get the outcome. So I think this education is also going to be that level. You have to have a set of mentors to try to put the teachers in the right track and make them do the job which is required. So definitely AI is going to revolutionize the education in entirely different way. It is both. It is going to be the way we teach and the way we learn and understand. Both are going to change. And it is only exciting times I can say ahead. You know, like if these tools were available to me about 30 years ago or 40 years ago when I was studying, I don't know what I would have tried to prove myself at that time. But it's a very exciting time. Even now, I am learning. Every day, I am learning using AI tools and try to see how I can better myself.
Oh, so good to know that you're still a student, and you also intend to be a student going forward. And I'm 100% sure, Prashasti, also that not only AI, but technology in a major way will transform the education system, as you in your initial comments mentioned. I must thank both of you for making time for this. This has been a very insightful discussion. Thank you so much, both of you.